Welcome to the Kill Count, where we tally up the victims, all our favorite horror. Top to today, and that's Stephen King's It, which was released in 1990. So yeah, this is basically about, these kids are in the Losers Club and all that, and they have these individual flashbacks that shows us how they life were back in 1960. So yeah, that's basically it. And they try to defeat it the best way they can, and I really like this movie. It's a pretty okay classic movie. I don't have nothing wrong with it, but how many people die in it? Let's find out. Let's get to the kills. The movie begins with a theater in the 60s, and we slowly make our way to 1990. And we see this little girl named Lorianne riding her trike back to the house. On her way there, she stops and sees this doll on the ground and see what's up to that hoe. So yeah. Then she sees something in the clothesline or whatever and stuff like that. Then we see Pennywise stop doing all that hiding that he's doing it, then kills her. So yeah. Then we meet up with Mike, and he's the first loser that we meet. And then he lets us know that some kids have been missing lately, and there's something really terrible going on right now.
There's something terribly wrong here in Derry, and you know it. Hey.
Then he sees this pictures chilling by this tree, and it's a little boy that he noticed or whatever. And after that, we see him writing in his diary or whatever. Then he's still pretty freaked out about what happened. Then we meet up with Bill, and he's right now writing a screenplay for something. Then we see him having dinner with his wife or whatever, and he tells her no one's gonna fuck up his book. Then we see him getting a phone call from this guy named Mike, and he tells him that it's back. So that draws us our first flashback into the 60s. So yeah. So that's when we see Bill as a kid, and he's currently sick right now and stuff like that. So that's when he gave his little bird Georgie a paper boat to go play around. It looks like bro is having a good time right now chasing that paper boat down the street or whatever and stuff, but then the fun is over when that shit falls into the sewer or whatever. Then he tries to get it, then Pennywise pops out. Then Georgie tells the clown he can't be talking to strangers, so Pennywise solves that problem for him.
I, Georgie, am Pennywise the dancing clown. You are Georgie. So now we know each other.
But as soon as he tries to get his shit back or whatever, Pennywise start acting weird or whatever and starts yelling, skills bro like this. So yeah. But after that, we see Bill looking through this photo album or whatever and shit. But then he gets freaked out after he sees a picture of his brother winking at him in the book. So he throws it, and then, it starts bleeding, which freaks bro out even more. And his mom can't even seem to help him because she don't even notice the blood at all. So but with this flashback out the way, we slowly make our way back into the present right now. And then we see bro leaving the house or whatever to go somewhere and stuff like that. So yeah. And then we see the setting change because now we're in New York City. We cut to Ben on the phone with Mike right now, and he tells him the same thing that he told Billy, that the it is back. So that takes us into another flashback when Ben was a kid. We see this other kid getting detention and blames Ben for it. So yeah. So when school lets out and Ben's walking home, we see him getting harassed by the people in his class. Then he also tries to carve his name into his stomach. But later on into the day, we see him return to the barracks and see his dad, waving at him and stuff like that, but the whole time it's just Pennywise messing with him. So yeah. When we see Beth going to the airport and stuff like that, then she starts to have her own little flash. She remembers when she found the letter that was left by Ben and stuff like that. Then our father finds her with the note and asks her to hand it to him and stuff. So yeah. Then Ben took her to the barracks to meet Eddie and Bill. So yeah. Then Richie and Stan come along to see what they're up to. And they all built this dam together and stuff like that. So yeah. Then when she's getting ready for bed, she hears some voices in her sink. So yeah. Then a balloon comes from up out of the sink and just sits right there for a minute, then blood just splatters everywhere. When Beth tries to get her dad to help her out with it, he can't even notice it. So yeah. Then we meet up with Ed. He's about to have some flashback of his own. Then we see all of them singing in the movie theater from the first part of this movie. We see them watching the Wolfman movie and stuff. Then he accidentally kicks his popcorn down there, and bro spills his drink on them as well. So yeah. Then the losers run away from the movie theater and stuff like that. So yeah. Then we see Eddie in the shower and stuff like that. Then he gets freaked out when he sees Pennywise coming out there. So yeah. Then we see him making these scary ass faces at bro. And then we fade back and we meet up with the next loser, which is Richie, right? And right now he's just sitting up against this door. We cut back to the kids talking about what they want to be when they grow up. And we see this cop and just comes in there to tell them that they should stick together. Then we see Richie throwing the lunch food at his bully. So yeah, the teacher tells him to clean up, but when bro goes into the basement or whatever, we see him get scared of this werewolf thing. So yeah. And we see him trying to get away. Then the werewolf turns into Pennywise, so yeah. But after all that's over, he goes to bed pretty freaked out, and we slowly make our way back into the prey. Then we see the other losers talking about how they all done seen Pennywise now except for Sting. Then we see them throwing rocks at the bullies or whatever, and the bullies just get scared away. Then we see them taking a group picture together and stuff like that. Then the kids go through Mike's photo album, finds pictures of Pennywise in there. Then the book just starts having a mind of its own or whatever. And we see Pennywise telling the kids that, he'll kill them all and all that type. Then we see Stan closing the book and trying to deny him what he just saw and stuff. Then we see all the kids on their way to the sewer to defeat Pennywise and stuff. But they only stop so they can just all hit Andy's inhaler for some reason. Then after that, they all head inside, not knowing that, Henry and his people are watching. And inside the sewer, they all come up with a plan to ambush them. So yeah. But this plan doesn't end up working good for Vic though, because this light, starts coming from up under the floor and kills bro in this POV shot. So yeah. Anyway, one of the bullies will end up catching one of them though, and the other losers are just walking down this hallway. Then we see this bright ass light again while they're all just standing right there and stuff. Then it ends up killing bro with him, slowly making his way down. Then we see the light, trying to go for all the kids and stuff like that. Then all the kids start seeing things that scares them. So yeah, like for Bill, he sees a dead version of Georgie and stuff, and for Beverly, her abusive dad, and werewolves for Richie and stuff like that. So yeah, then we see them, defeating Pennywise or whatever and stuff like that. So yeah, then we see this bright ass light coming out of his head, and he's defeated for right now. Then Bill tells him if it isn't dead, they'll be coming back there to kill him once and for all. But now we're back into 1990. Stan's wife just finds him in the bathtub right there, killed also with the it sign right there and stuff. And then this part one, ends with her screaming. So yeah. And that concludes part one of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And right now, we're at 5 kills right now. And I'll count the rest of them next week when I drop part 2 of this video. So yeah, this is part 1 of the video. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Until next time, I'm Georgie. It's been the Kill Count. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. I should have part 2 of this video coming out around the same time as this one. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching today's Kill Count and stuff. I'm glad to be back as well. So yeah, part 2 of this video will be out hopefully by next Friday. If not, I'll drop on the weekend. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. And until next time, be good people.